Now, next you have your current user. This contains all the information, profiles, printers, software, everything to the current user who is logged in. This has everything from desktop settings, your appearances, how Windows looks and appears, all your network connections, your printers, personal preferences, even your security rights are listed in here. And when you look through my videos for improving Vista and XP's performance, you'll see a lot. Some of the configurations that we change is under here. Now, let me close this one out. Your local machine. Now, as you can see here, it contains all your hardware, your security, software, even systems. Now, this contains all the information about the computer itself and the operating system. Now, it includes your hardware setup, all the software that you have installed, security, your startup features, and all the programs that's going to be starting up when Windows starts. Your drivers, all your drivers are listed in here. What it does is it shows, the driver's locations and configurations to operate certain hardware. You also find services in here, such as wireless zero configurations and remote assistance and all kinds of other services. Windows firewalls under there. And this is all the stuff you'll find under the local machine. So when you're going under one of these hives to make a change, the top hive will give you an idea what kind of stuff you're going to be changing. Next you have the users. All this is a storage database basically. This stores information for each user account on the operating system. If you have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, however many accounts you have on the operating system. This stores each account's profile, which is basically the same thing as the current user hive was, except this just stores the information. So when you come up to the welcome screen, you click on your account, you log in, the operating system comes to this hive, looks up your account information, and then loads it to the current user hive. And then this is what you see as you log in. Now, finally, we have the current configuration. Now, again, this contains all the current hardware configuration. And this is based upon who is logged in and how they have their account set up. Well, these are the top 5 hive in the hierarchy for the Windows registry. This is where they're all grouped. Now, they can contain thousands of keys, which contain subkeys, and then so on and so on. And the registry, this ain't for the faint-hearted. The slightest error can screw up Windows and make it useless. Now, before you do anything to the registry, you want to make sure that you create all your backup for your software and your drives. Windows XP Home Edition does not come with a backup utility to back up your system. XP Professional does. Now, for some reason, Microsoft didn't feel that Home Edition required a data backup. Why, I don't know. But Windows Vista and higher do come with a backup restore utility. So before you tinker with the registry, be sure you back up your data. Another thing you can do is create a restore point. That'd be another thing that you can do before you start tinkering with the registry. So in case there's a mishap, you can actually restore back to the previous restore point. what I'm going to show you now is how you can save a copy of the registry. Go to File, and you'll see the two commands up here at the top, import and export. What you want is export. Now, here we have the export registry file. All you need to do is create a name for it. You can use registry backup, whatever you want to do. Now, this will come in handy in case, you put the wrong number in, or you changed the wrong key, and, if Windows becomes useless, you can go into safe mode and be able to restore the registry by using this backup. Now, once you create a name for this, then choose Save. Now, when you go on there, you'll notice down here in the bottom, up here you see it saved it. Now, when you come to this, make sure you look down here. It'll say Export Range. Choose All. Let me highlight that. Choose All. This will configure or save every single hive. When you choose All, then choose Save. I'm going to replace the one that's already on there. Now, it can take a few seconds while it saves the entire registry. So, just in case there's a mishap, you can go back to safe mode, replace it, because you can also go back to File and choose Import, and then select the registry backup and then choose Open. And this will replace the keys and put the keys back to the original configuration. So this is how you can save a copy of the entire registry. And it's a good idea too, because nobody's perfect, and you may accidentally hit the wrong key or change your wrong sub key. Mistakes happen, but this is a good way to correct the errors. Now, to move around, it's fairly simple. You can use your keyboard and your arrow keys. You can go up and down. Let me get over here to the hive. You can go up and down where you see they're highlighted. Now, to open a hive, use the right arrow key. To close the hive, use the left arrow key. Now, let's go to my local machine and open it using the right arrow key. You can scroll down. Let's go to Software. And you'll notice the arrows next to it. You can use your mouse. You can either double click, like so, or you can click on the arrow on the left hand side. If there's an arrow, it means it can be extended. If there's no arrow, such as that, that means there is no sub keys. Or, and again, you can use your arrow keys to move down, as such. If you look to the right, when you click on one, you'll notice on the right hand side in the pane, you have all your sub keys. Now here, you have all different kinds. You have different versions where you can open up, and they can have several hundred sub keys. Now you can also, if you hit the right arrow button, you can see how it goes back to the parent key, and closes it. If you do it again, it goes back to the top, as you see here on software. Hit it again and it'll close it. Like so. Now, you'll find different aspects of the Hive to where we can go in and change. Now, let's go down to current control set. Control. Now, you'll notice right down over here on the right hand side all the different keys that we can find.